So, anyway, we are into the demos selection. It's a demo stream, quick demo stream today. Not going to be on for ages. I don't think I can manage the full 5 hours like we did last week. But I'll maybe try and do a really long one next week. But I've got a lot of music that I need to be making at the moment as well. So it's a matter of managing my... like physical and mental state, really. Like last time I could have kept going, but I'd been going for 5.5 hours and it was dinner time, and it was more the physical side. I'd been like sat in this chair for so long and I just couldn't, I needed to move my body around a bit. So if we can do these every week, I will, but I need to manage my time, and I've got so much music that needs to be got on with at the moment. You're going to have to sit here helping me do it. So we are in the Discord here, !Discord in the chat. For how to find my Discord, there's a channel in here called Demos. It's down in the music section. If you've got any of your own music you would like me to play now to the chat and would like me to try and give you some helpful feedback on, post it in here. SoundCloud links only, so it's easy for me to just quickly check. And maximum of 2 tracks. So yes, and I'm not skipping anyone. I'm working my way down chronologically from when they've been posted. I made a note of what the last one was last week, so we're continuing in. So the first one here has been posted by let's pull it up.
It's your true conviction.
So this one, it says, amidst the unavoidably good and seriously made tunes, here's another Junk Taxi Finnish Eurodance flip with 2 tempos, M1 house piano madness and a 4/4 angry kick part. So this is an unofficial bootleg remix with samples in it, so I may skip through this because it's the sort of thing that could get me a DMCA strike if it's not actually original material. So forgive me for not going through this one as much. Generally, I would like you to avoid sending me bootlegs, please. It needs to be 100% original material, but we'll give this a quick check anyway. So this was sent in by Asterlock. Are you in the chat, Asterlock? Is that you, Asterlock? No. It would be useful as well when I'm playing things. If you see it's you and you're in the chat, let me know. I'd prefer if it was drum and bass, Kazumi, but I like electro, techno as well. Not really interested in any dubstep. Like, I can't really offer much in the way of helpful feedback on that because I'm not an expert. Not a huge fan either, really. Certainly not like hip hop or anything like that. Again, not just, I don't know what I'd be able to say apart from that sounds nice. It sounds authentic or something, you know what I mean? So drum and bass is best because that's what I know, what's my job, right? So anyway, quick nice. Sounds cool, but it's a bootleg. So I don't really know what I can say. Well produced, good 4/4 stuff. Not really my kind of bag, but good. Send that to El Hornet. I think he'd dig that. But I don't really want to play this too much on the stream because it's an unofficial bootleg with large sections of the original song in there. So we shall move on. But thank you for sending that in, Junk Taxi. Conclave, here we go. So this one's called Bass Stepper. Original mix, says unsigned, feel it's finished, let me know if it isn't. Okay, cool. Let's get this opened. Sounds good. Kazumi. It's the Finnish slang word for jungle. Cool. If you do some stuff that's not got, big samples of other people's stuff on it, send it in. Because I couldn't sign a bootleg either, you know what I mean? Fuck on!
Drop. Bass in the bass.
I love that. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Just demos in general, Mage. Just music people here have made. Would like me to hear and everyone in the chat to hear. And the idea is, it's that I give feedback. Nice edit. I like how everything's very separated in the edit there. Loma, yes, I do upload the VODs of these demo listening sessions to YouTube. Normally the VODs of my music streams just disappear, but these ones I upload to YouTube afterwards so that people can watch them back. So I realise not everyone can sit here the whole time waiting for me to get to their tune. It's good. There's lots going on. All seems to roll cool. The snare sounds a bit distant to me or something because it's sort of nice and wide, or there's an element to it. Sounds like it's a bit reverby, but fixing a snare is a flipping life's work. So also, I would the low subs. To my ears, I would just boost the low end of this just on the mastering stage. Just sort of, I'd give the low end a bit more of a boost. You don't need to change the sounds or anything, but that's just sort of like a mastering thing. But to my ears on these, I'm used to listening to a lot of stuff on these headphones now, and I think I would just boost the lows up. I like that. Whoa. That's a good main bass. I'm not a huge fan of that. Sounds cool. It's not to my personal taste. good filtering and stuff. Like, really, I can tell there's a lot of work gone into all those edits and stuff there. Like the combination of things filtering down and the drums editing. Like, that's very technical. Intro's nice. I like the foghorn bit. I maybe like. Does the foghorny bit occur that much throughout the rest of the tune?
Bass to the bass.
I think sort of I think my main comments on, if you're looking for little ways to tweak it to improve it, I'd boost the low end on the EQ a bit, and the kick and the snare sound a little bit distant to me. Like there's a bit of they may not have room reverb on them, but like it sort of sounds as if they do or something somehow. It's not going to be like a magic fix for sort of however the whole tune sounds or whatever, but those are the first things that jump out at me that sound slightly out of place. If nitpicking, I'm nitpicking here. This tune sounds great, everything all fits together, and you know what you're doing, Conclave. But those are just my little comments, you know what I mean? If you're like playing it to your mate and being would you make any changes? They have parallel reverb. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think that's if I was trying to offer thoughts, I think those are the only big sort of obvious-y ones. Like the general vibe of it's cool, it works. It's not really the kind of tune I'm massively into or would really play, but it's perfectly competent, and you're not committing any big sins or anything in there. It's like good stepper, good interesting switch ups in the bass and everything sits right, nothing's too loud or too quiet or whatever. I don't really know what labels would be into that. I just send it out as usual once you're 100% into it. But yep, brilliant, good work there from the man like the Conclave. Oh, I thought I had some coffee left, and I went to grab my coffee cup and I realised it was gone. Thank you very much, Conclave, for sending the tune in. Enjoyed listening to that. Very, very good work. Big up, big up, big up. And Loma DNB said, are these sessions recorded due to working in the day? I might not be able to listen live. And yes, they are. What I do is I like download the file afterwards and then sort of chop off the end. And I haven't put the laundry on yet. No, I'll wait till I kind of have to stand up. We've only done 2 promos. I need to put some effort in before I allow myself a break. How long we've only been live for an hour, so that's we need to keep pushing before I'm allowed to put the laundry in the dryer. The wonderful thing about being a goth, or sort of dressing in, or well, I don't know. I don't think a real goth would say you're not a goth, because I don't look gothy enough. But all my clothes are black, pretty much, so it's really easy to do the washing because they just all go in together, and that's that. Right, next one's from Corax. Are you here, Corax? Corax is usually here. This is 2 years old though, but that's okay. There we go, we're all loaded up. So this is by Corax. It's synthwave. It's by Vector Skies, which I presume is Corax's pseudonym. Kazumi's washing machine is running now. Nice, keep it rolling. Right, so here we go. Nightlife, Vector Skies. Take the gilet off. Sounding alright so far. Standard sort of synthwavey stuff. If you're going to succeed in synthwave, your production needs to be absolutely spot on, crisp, clean. You know, you're competing with people like the Midnight. Oh, that's nice, the switch up. That's cool, I like the lead. Not too over the top. Nice little bit of side chaining on the... pumping on the synths, on the bass. I like that main synth line. FM Attack is a famous synthwave act, aren't they? Yeah. Nice counter melody came in there. Feels very dry. There's not a lot of reverb going on this. You need a bit more sparkly, shiny stuff in quality synthwave. That's a nice down sweeper thing. I like that counter melody bit. Okay, sort of key change thingy here. Yeah, 707 drums might work better. The snare kind of fits. It's all right, but I love those toms. It's a really good melody. I really like the melody and it works well with the bass notes. I think the overwhelming thing with this is production quality is almost there, but it's very dry. There's just like no reverb on anything, which is fine at times, but I think in synth, I would concentrate on getting this sparkly and nice and shiny. A bit more nice reverb on some of those leads. That would elevate it, really. The main tune is nice. The bass line and the way it works with that main melody, I really like. There were some of the chords that burr, 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 I thought were a bit... I don't know, I wouldn't have included them for me. You need a vocal. On a tune like this, you kind of need a vocal or something... I mean, it depends what it's for and everything. I mean, it's 4.5 minutes long. It doesn't need to be that long when the musical idea is basically that melody and the bass line. It would work better with a nice vocal, or you could add in some spoken word stuff, like is quite often in synthwavy things. But yeah, I think the main thing that would improve this would be maybe swap the drums out for like 707 type of drums, like Asterlock says, at least the snare, and do some nice sparkly polishing-y stuff with some nice reverbs and delays, bit of width and all of that. But that was I like that. That's Vector Skies Nightlife, submitted by Corax. Thank you very much. Next one. So this one here, Reese has submitted this on behalf of his wife's brother. It says, my wife's brother does a bit of drum and bass. I'm sure he'd appreciate a review. This looks like it's been released, though. It has 1,500, almost 2,000 SoundCloud plays, and it's got a catalogue number and everything. It came out on the 23rd of March. This is not a demo. This is like a tune that somebody's done and released. So it's kind of, when it's like that, I don't really feel like it's my place to do feedback, because it's somebody's finished it and put it out. I'd like to hear it though, that's cool, but they're not going to need any feedback because they've finished it and released it. Yep, sounds cool. Good stuff. Big up. So that's Hidden Figures Strident by Holstein or Holstein on Droogs Records, which is Droogs' reference to Clockwork Orange, isn't it? Max White Music, thank you for the follow. And Sean Ryan, I didn't flipping say thank you for the follow when you followed, even though I saw it at the time. I was a bit kind of distracted with whatever I was going on about at the time. But hey there, Max White. Yeah, that was good. Thanks for submitting that, Reese. I mean, it's released, isn't it? So not a lot I can say, but sounds cool enough. Pick up the drum and bass business. And this is, it says, if you want a laugh, you made a drum and bass intro for your podcast. Okay, this is, I'll make an exception for Reese, and it's on Spotify. So we're listening to the intro jingle. I'll have to check out his, it's because it's cycling as well. The State of Racing with the Canyon ZCC. So let's hear the, here we go. Got a man some slack, eh?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Talk Show. Yeah,
I see what you did there. The Talk Show. It's not like talking. It's like talk, as in a torque wrench. The cycling rabbit hole shows it's exactly the crossovers. What the fuck, man? Like, we're already the crossover of John's love of cycling in the outdoors, and one of our longest running members of the Loft crew, the man like Reese, has got a cycling podcast because he used to work for Canyon Cycles, and now he works for an e-bikes company, I think, and was also linked in with Zwift, and that was his podcast. So that's in the Demos channel there, the State of Racing. But he just wanted me to hear the intro that he'd made there, which is a bit drum and bassy, so that's cool. Hello, old peeps, how's it going? Totally missed the talk. That's a really good cycling pun. That's a certified banger. That is.
Certified banger.
Big tune. Hold tight, all the junglist inside the ride.
Yo, a bit of a wrench, that pun. Yeah. Gonna pump it up. Pump it up. Right, we're on to the next one. This is sounding good. This is reminding me of like Terry Riley, Rainbow Through Curved Air, with the sort of repetitive arpeggio things. I like this so far. So this is Shadra Salvage. This is coming out somewhere, I think. Ooh, really like this. Really like this. Shout to the old peeps. Shout to the Roland. Oh, I really like this. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Big. This is wicked. I think I'd play this. Oh, really nice reverb coming in and out on that synth there. Oh, nice key change, yeah. Yeah, I think they're automating the whole reverb on that. Helmer Hop just raided! Ooh. Hello, everyone! Thanks for the raid, Helmer Hop. Big up. Greetings. How you all doing? Raided! We're listening to drum and bass demos from the community. Doing a bit of feedback when people want it. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome to the studio. How you all doing? This is my studio. Hello, and we're listening to Demos. It's the Demos stream. Demos. What's up, Cheglovich? Nocturnal. Quest. Thanks for the follow, Quest and Cheglovich. And big thank you to Helma Hoff for the raid. Hope you had a good stream, mate. This is a demo that's been sent in by Shadra and Salvage. I think it's getting released somewhere. Yeah. This is wicked. Prefer drum and bass, to be honest, Eric. Really like that. I'll just run this. Would play this out if ya can send me, mate. Thanks. Cool. Let's do a reply on that. Loved this. Please send MP3 so I can play it out. Oh no, I've lost where I was now. Arg. Got to look for his face in the things. Oh, there's an Eric Prydz bootleg down there. Here we go. Cool. So yeah, really into that one. Let's do. Can we do a smiley face on it? Put a heart on it. There we go. Cool. So welcome in, Raiders. Thank you once again, Helma Hoff, for the raid. Hopefully you guys know who I am and what I do. My DJ set live streams I do on YouTube now, just once a week on Friday nights, sometimes Saturdays. And I'm doing loads more Twitch content here in this room, in the studio. This is my studio. Got my keyboard here. This is where I make my music. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays I'm live in here sort of all afternoon. I start about 2 p.m. UK time, and I sit here making music and talking to the chat the whole time and trying to show you how I use Logic and do my drum and bass production. And we talk about drum and bass and industry and whatever's going on, and do my best to explain production and things. Oh yeah, there's a view I can show you here of sort of what it's like from behind. Whoop. Got all the camera, got a really nice camera here and here to try and have good quality. And yeah, so I've since January I've been really ramping up the Twitch content, doing lots more music stuff. Doing mainly music production so far, and listening to demos once a month, although it's seeming like that may become once every couple of weeks, maybe every week. It depends on how many we get. Like, everything's been really good, so there's a lot of demos to get through, so we shall see. Also on Friday mornings I go through my promo inbox and listen to the new releases that have been sent to me to see if I want to put them in my DJ sets. That's sort of like a quick stream though, just like an hour or two. I'm not going to do one of them tomorrow. I'm just going to do it off stream and sort of take a day off streaming until I do my DJ set at night. And we're going to do a quiz soon. I need to get to grips with that, and going to get my dad in for a couple of interviews. Probably I've bought some nice wireless microphones so that we can do that professionally. So yes, that's what's going on here anyway. And today we're listening to demos. Max White is saying you're having trouble getting into the Discord. Oh no. The link is there. The link works. ! Discord. Click on that. Click on the link. Yeah. We're in. Oh, bollocks. It's moved me to a different thing now. Here we go. yeah, I mean, it works fine for me. So maybe try again. Kid stories with my dad, says Adam. We're going to. I mean, my dad has been through a lot of drum and bass stuff with me. You know, he supported me in my career and everything, and taken a big interest in it all. Hello, Susan. How's it going? Good to see ya. We're doing a demos listening stream today, so I'm going through all the music that people have submitted in the Discord, like people from the Loft crew, basically, sending me their music so we can hear what everyone's up to, and doing my best to fill in a bit of feedback. I've been for a few runs lately, Susan. Not as far as you are doing at the moment, but sort of done a couple of sort of 3 milers, 4 milers, and when the sun was out and everything, I'm really, really enjoying it. Thinking of you and all your marathons and half marathons. DIY questions for me and my dad, says Conflate. Yeah, we could. I learned 90% of my DIY stuff from him, and like borrowed all of his tools over the years. I've just about got enough of my own now, but yeah. Evan's got dodgy ankles from falling over and tripping over and mashing up the ankles. Sorry, mate. I hope it flipping heals up soon, because that absolutely sucks. I'm terrified of getting an injury that means I can't walk or run or ride my bike or something. Paranoid. So we have an unsigned one here from Diligent Fingers, who's a good friend of ours. He's on Twitch a lot himself as well, and has had plenty of music released. He's a really entertaining streamer. If you haven't watched him, go give Diligent Fingers a follow. Text from the NHS. What's it saying? Oh. Just prescription-y things. So, we're listening to new Diligent Fingers. It's called Knobhead. I hope it doesn't go Knobhead. Oh, this is cool. Sounds like the Alien Girl one, doesn't it? Good tune, this, isn't it? I can't really think of anything much to suggest for feedback. I mean, Diligent Fingers releases stuff. He's a professional, he knows what he's doing. Oh, Fade to Black, yeah, it's more like the shout in Fade to Black than Alien Girl. Banger!
Oh my gosh. Big tune. Hold tight all the junglists inside the ride.
big fan of that one. I don't think he really needs any feedback from me. I don't think there's much I would change on that, to be honest. Like, that's a nice banger, that one. Big up the Diligent Fingers. We're on the demo selection. Demos. So, next one here we've got from JMB, which is Jamie from the Back to Back crew in Sweden. They actually invited me over and I DJ'd for them, I guess last year. Had a really nice time. The gig was great. It was a venue called like Slack Fusset in Sweden. Copenhagen, is that Sweden? I always get Denmark, Copenhagen, Sweden. What's the flipping capital of Sweden? Is it Copenhagen? Denmark's Copenhagen. What's the capital of Sweden? Alexa, what's the capital of Sweden?
The capital of Sweden is Stockholm.
Stockholm. It was flipping Stockholm, wasn't it? Not Copenhagen. Stock closed. There's no stock. Out of Stockholm. Out of stock in the home. IKEA. Yeah, the capital's IKEA. Anyway, that's where I went. And it was very nice, and they're all a really cool crew, really cool folks. So this is JNB. Evan, Copenhagen is Denmark. I think you will find that Copenhagen is in fact actually in Finland. It's in big up to all the Swedish massive. This is Jamie from the Back to Back crew in Sweden. Sorry for yawning, it's no reflection on the music. I'm just a tired man. Denmark. This is tuned by Jamie from Finland, Stockenhagen. If it doesn't have Scandinavian metal involved, you'll be disappointed, says Sobi. This is good. Quite loud. Limiter's getting pushed a bit there. It's a big kick, isn't it? Yeah. It's very thumpy. It's like the Babadook trying. Really nice movement on the Reese there. Nice warm wide distortion. That's a lovely. It reminds me of. I hate it when people tell me my song reminds them of something. The Man with the Red Face by Laurent Garnier. I might be wrong there, but there's a really good tune. It's not a drum and bass tune, but that's lovely kind of analog saturation-y stuff. That's a beautiful sound there, and I like how he's got it developing. The kick in that intro is too loud and boomy to me, but that you just pare that back a little bit. Babu bassline, yeah. I can see why he's got the big kick, because you kind of need it to compete with the really big Reese thing. Laurent Garnier, yeah. Glad you're still here. Still rolling with the drum and bass. Thanks for the follow, Dory Do 79. I really like those arpeggio things that come in the spoken word. I really like that bass synth sound. It's cool. Breakdown happened at the right point. Not sure that synthy wurgly line on top is right or needed exactly. It's certainly not. If it is there, you might as well make it more audible. It needs to be louder. That woo 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 woo. everything. Huge Reese, it's beautiful. On the speakers. Amazing saying use my yawn as the picture for the YouTube post. I couldn't. That's not cool. And it's just because I'm tired. It's not because of the music at all. I really like that. There's a lot of potential for it, but I feel like it's not quite there. Certainly the kick is too big in the intro. Possibly the wrong choice of kick sound. I'd go for something maybe more snappy. I think the drums sounded a bit funny, a bit like phasey or something. Just again, the right sounds. Oh, what's dinging me? Just my mate. I think I would try to aggressively, like, at least have the snare side chaining the bass down a bit to give it more. Yeah, kind of it needs a bit. It's very lowy, midi, like. Not really muffly, but kind of there's a couple of songs I've been working on lately that suffer from the same thing. There's kind of a bit, I mean, it's difficult because the main guts of it is that incredible re-sound. I feel like it needs something else on maybe you could have like a really fucking beautiful high pad synth line at places that would not interfere and could like elevate it hugely. I would experiment with that, like a really big sort of something up on the higher registers, and try to get the drums to cut through a bit more. Maybe just the choice of drum sounds is cool. I think that would work. It's just more of side chaining out the bass a bit when the snappy snare happens. Those would be my initial thoughts. I love the Reese. The notes it plays are fine. It's thoughtful. Filter, you know, the way it builds and undulates and everything is bang on. The arrangement is fine. Maybe a bit of risers in there. Maybe it's the sort of thing that I could imagine like Camo and Crooked would do, and they would absolutely nail, and they'd sort of, you know, build a big wash of wide verb and everything, and then all go into the claustrophobic tightness. And like that would be like how I would try to approach it. I'd be like, I need to make this sound like Camo and Crooked at their best, but that's a whole, like, I'm incapable of that. I think most people are, but that's you could take it that way. You could aspire to that level. I think what would work would just be trying to take that sound, like maybe a bit more of a like metallic type, metallic-y snare, sort of like Mephius, Camo and Crookedy in there. But it's almost there. It's more. It's like tweaks of perhaps choices of snare, drum pattern. Have something extra on the top so that it's not all bass and mids. But I really, really like that. And it's. I mean, it's cool as is. When I'm listening to these things, I'm kind of listening to see what I would do to improve it. Just same way I think about things when I'm making a tune and I listen to it back and all of that. However difficult it's harsh because you always think of these things and it's basically giving yourself extra work. you're like, oh, I should do this, I should do that, blah blah blah, and you're basically like, shit, that's another 5 hours gone working on that. Hello, Dropsy. You've just found me. How did you not know I'm on Twitch? I've been all my social media and everything's like, hi, I'm live on Twitch. I'm live on Twitch today. We're doing this on Twitch. Hi, I'm like. I wouldn't be surprised if like half of my original like followers have just flipping blocked me on everything because of how much I go on about it. I'm glad you have found me, Dropsy. Welcome in. Today what we're doing is listening to demos that have been sent in by viewers. You're not a social media person, good, then you're extra doubly welcome here, because we try to avoid that as much as we can too. But you know, I've got to be on there for me stuff, haven't I? So what we're doing Dropsy. Normally, what I do here on Twitch is making music myself. We're in here in my studio. I'll give you a little view of it. Woo, hello. I started doing lots more music streaming on Twitch at the beginning of the year. Until then, I'd just been DJing like quite a lot over lockdown. At my peak of working my arse off was doing like 3 DJ sets a week of like Wednesdays liquid funk sets, Fridays various sort of uplifting-y stuff, and Sundays drum and bass classics. And I've sort of tried to make a pivot now into non-DJing music content and trying to show you my process in the studio and production, and also as a means of making a commitment to myself to be doing spending more time in the studio and actually get more shit done, because one of the big disappointments in myself is my terribly low rate of output of music. Even though I'm perfectly capable, I sort of sometimes get distracted and focus on the wrong things, or you know, I've been doing an awful lot of DJ streaming, but because I have to, because it's one of the few ways to make money, but like it's been at the expense of productivity in the studio, right? So the good thing is I've made so much new stuff, and like I'm really pleased with it. So lots of, basically we're in here normally with all these cameras and stuff while I'm doing tunes, and I'm sitting here making music and talking to the chat the whole time, and people make suggestions and I explain what I'm working on and how I'm doing it. So that's what we normally do. Today I'm listening to everyone's demos. It's a demo stream. Look at the exciting demos stinger. You get the audio through when I do that, don't you? It goes. So next one we're on to here. This is from Gamur. It says, so yeah, I said it's house and I dropped this here for funsies. Released the EP earlier this year, coming back to making music after a very long break. Johannes Gamur, worn in. Nice breakdown. Like not really got much to add to that. Like everyone likes it, I like that. Sounds good to me. Nothing I would change or really recommend feedback wise. Like I'm not going to pretend I would be able to offer amazing feedback for house type stuff anyway. But that sounded very good. So that was Gamur. With a song called Worn In, Johannes Gamur. All of these, if you want to listen to them again, if you just jump on our Discord and go to the demos channel, these are all being submitted in there, so you can check them out. Let's do a little heart on that. It's nice. Right, what's next here? This is from Mac. 12 years ago, an old school rave beat sample took us a few weeks. One of our first ever tunes, lots of energy drinks. If it's 12 years old, that's not really what we're looking for on these streams, because it's too old. I need to keep repeating myself on that. But we'll just go through it real quick. Yo, Diligent Fingers, loved your tune, mate. We listened to it earlier. Okay, that's 12 years old, so is a bit too old, really. It doesn't. I highly doubt. And this one's 12 years old too. Sounds cool, but it's 3 years old, so I don't really think they're going to revisit that. So it's not really something I should spend too much time doing the feedback on. But thank you for sending that in, Mac. Yeah, Diligent Fingers. I don't know if you were here when I did yours. I think you said it was coming out soon, but yeah, really, I did a certified banger. I'll do you a certified banger now for it. There you go. Diligent Fingers, certified banger.
Hold tight, all the junglist inside the ride.
Yo, yeah, really liked your tune, Diligent Fingers. Big up, good luck with the release. I didn't really, this is a demo's feedback for sort of unreleased stuff, and me trying to give feedback, in presuming that people would like it. But I mean, I couldn't really think of anything to suggest. Your tune sounded fine to me. Like, it's really cool, nicely put together, and I think you'll do well. So big up. Gamur says, thanks. In July, I'll probably do the next inventory check and release something. Ah, yes, you're here. Brilliant. Yeah, good work on that. Big up to the Gamur in the chat. Really liked your tune there. That was cool. Nice housey vibes. Can tell you know what you're doing. Good you're getting back into producing as well after a long time out. You're on a good path there, I'd say. Some amazing said, are there 2 channels in the music? Well, for the Demos listening stream, it's the Demos channel. That's where you should share the posts for what we're doing here. So if you want me to listen to your demos, you post it in the Demos thing. There's other sub channels in there. There's just places to post your own music for everyone to check at any point or whatever. And there's a one called Oh My God, check this out, which is just for when you find cool stuff you think we'd like to see, you'd like me to see. There's lots of different channels in my Discord for different purposes. I try to spread it all out, so it all makes sense. Correct, Mamazing. You said, is there 2 different channels on Discord for music we make? One for demos and one for listening. Correct. The demos one is for people sending demos for me to listen to on these streams, or demos for me to check out and sign to my label or play in my sets and everything. And there's another one where you can just post your stuff for people to listen to. Don't spam it with bazillions of tunes, but I suppose it's not as limited as the demos one, where it's kind of only like 2 tunes per stream or whatever. So yeah, that's where we're at. So next one here, Bittersweet, Mo Size. Let's check this out. Is Bittersweet in the chat here? This is I Coconut. I don't recognise either of these names as being somebody that's active in the chat regularly. So if you are here, let yourself be known. Sounds very dry, no reverb on anything so far, bit preset-y. But that's fine, when you're beginners and everything. Yeah, the drums are just this is sort of, I guess, more of a beginner's type of effort. It's got a nice little drum and bass beat. The song that we listened to of yours, Diligent Fingers, was Knobhead. So good work. Assuming this is someone who's relatively fresh to production. I mean, it's very basic, very dry. There's not much reverb on anything, so I'd think about reverb. I'd add risers, swooshes, booms, stuff to create some kind of movement. It seems a bit aimless, like there isn't much of a structure. I didn't feel like there's any bass line in there at all yet. It depends on what the mission is for the song. If it's just having fun making music, then cool, go do it however you like. If it's to try to move towards something where you'd like it to be released on a record label, and presumably that would mean you'd want people to play it in DJ sets, then there's certain rules you have to kind of, sort of abide by. I think, it sounds a bit aimless and wandering. There isn't much of a direction in it. There's no breakdown. Needs a sort of obvious bass line. More work in the drums. Like if you're going for electro 808 drums, then the song would work better, in my opinion, with a more like overall electro-y sound to give them better context. Drum edits, it seemed like the drums just looped continuously there, so add variation and interest by changing things up. If you're going to have that vocal sample in there, maybe make more of it. I would certainly put more reverb on that and the strings. As a first attempt, as a sort of if Mo Size here's more of a beginner, like it's great work, well done on like getting something over the line. And yeah, like I don't know, keep sending us stuff, and but there's a few comments there for Mo Size with their track Bittersweet. Hope that's helpful. We got one here submitted by Prod by Dante, but they haven't posted a SoundCloud link as requested, so I'm not going to listen to that. They've just uploaded it to oh, go on, we'll just flip and play it, but you're supposed to follow the rules. I think, yeah, I mean, SoundCloud links, please. Sounded cool, but it's not drum and bass. Mighty DNB hasn't posted a SoundCloud link either. Come on, man. Okay, good. So we've caught up with where we were last week, so that's good. Grimilda Squared has posted something here called Focus Punch, so let's check this out. This is by Grim. Let's get this sized up right. Is there a way to get SoundCloud links to sort of play nicely out of Discord? If they display right, then I think there is, isn't there? Yeah. Sounding good so far. So this is Grim Focus Punch. Posted 4 days ago. Nice little edits there. Nice sustained string, bit Ed Rush optical vibes. Back in the day. Conflake's got a jazz and bass tune you've been working on. Cool. Ah, good, you're here, Grimilda Squared. Lovely. M5 Nurse, thank you for the tip. Thank you. Thank you. Where's the applause? And give you a hooray. Thank you very much for the tip, M5 Nurse. Thank you. This sounds good. This is our friend Grimilda Squared. Yeah, it's sort of similar vibe. It's like some bungle tunes I really like. Bongo's a little bit loud for me there, sticking out a bit much. I'd maybe turn that down. Sounds good, but it's poking out a little bit to my ears. Nice ambient effects and things. They're all good choices. That boop, 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 boop. I'm not a huge fan of that, but it's alright. Good swoosh and boom there. Rises. Nice sustained string, that suits well. Nice little shakers. Yeah, maybe a little change in something for the second drop, as Asterlock says there. Perfectly cool, nice roller. Nothing jumps out of me. That bongo sounds slightly out of place in a little way, but it's a useful addition. You need something coming in there, but maybe turn it down a little bit, or maybe like overdrive it so it sounds a bit more weird. 909 ride every now and then. Add in a little extra little snare. Saturate the monkeys out of the stereo layer on the bass and make some articulations. Yeah, that's it's playing something else now. Yikes. Constructive feedback. I'm yawning too much. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It's not the tune. I usually yawn when I like it. It's a good sign. I think I like all the atmospheric sounds and everything fit well. They're good and they set a nice tone. On the bit of the bass where it goes wow, sounds good. It sounds a bit dry. Maybe because maybe stick a bit of verb on that to give it a bit of a decay, and it might make it sound that. I think I would try that. Might not work, but I'd give that a bash maybe. Just on that whack bit. That bongo definitely annoys me a bit. I'd at least turn it down a little bit maybe, but that's a kind of a personal thing. It's the kind of thing as well, when you play it very loud in a club, it would sort of even itself out a bit. But yeah, sounding good there. Good work. So that's Grim Focus Punch. The bongo has a transient shaper on it, so it's probably too pokey, says Grimilda Squared. Could be, yeah. Yeah, I'd have a little twiddle with the bongo. I'd have a bash at maybe sticking some big reverb on that last bit of the bass when it occasionally goes wow, because that's nice. You need some sort of extra changes to the bass, some interest. You know, almost there as it is, like for what it is and what it does. It's sounding cool. Nothing major I would really suggest like altering on it. Like the arrangement's all cool. Maybe a little vocal sample, like a spoken word thing, something to give it something unique to you know, the old can you describe the song to someone without them having heard it, and then it's played in the club and they'll know what you're talking about, like maybe something so it ticks that box. So yeah, big up. Thank you very much, Grimilda Squared. We'll do you an applause. There you go. Woo! Hello, Boz. How's it going, mate? We're listening to demos. It's a demo stream. So this one we're listening to is by Sha Nice. Says, thanks again for the great feedback and the opportunity to get tracks reviewed. Really appreciate that. Here's a new one he finished this week. Yeah, we liked Sean's stuff last time. Had quite an old school vibe about his productions, which I'm a big fan of, because sort of where I started, that was what drum and bass was like when I was first getting into it. Yeah, big ups to Grimilda Squared in the chat for the last one. I've just got to run an ad because we've got pre-rolls on. So if you get an ad, I'm very sorry. All sounding good so far. Like quite a long intro. It's 2.5 minutes in here, but sounded natural to me. Hello, Corax. This is cool. Ah, nice pitch edits on the drums there. Hello, Tawashi. Ooh. Welcome in. Sounds good to me. not a lot I'd really change on that. Like, it's, you know, it's a bit long, but I mean, it's an old school vibes kind of track, so that's fine. Drum and bass only kind of RDP music. But I mean, you know, stick your tune in the Discord if you like, and if I get to it, I'll if I make it down that far today, we'll check it out. Like, if something isn't drum and bass and it's not really the kind of thing we're in, I won't spend too much time listening to it. But I'm devoting more attention to drum and bass demos and tunes that are submitted by names I recognise as regulars in the chat and subscribers and things like that. But we are listening to everything, but it's mainly for, you know, we're a drum and bass channel pretty much, but I like all sorts of stuff, and you know, we're here for music on Twitch, so you know, chuck something in if you think I'll like it and have some kind of useful feedback to give you. Thanks for the follow as well, RDP Music. So that was a nice tune by Sha Nice. Nice tune by Sha Nice called They Don't Know. I haven't really got much feedback for that, really. Sounded nice, captured the old school vibe well. Nothing annoyed me about it. Everything sat fine in the mix. Like, it was quite long and just sort of stayed on a plateau, but that kind of suits the vibe. You know, it's not going to like smash up Printworks or anything, but it's not designed to do that, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, good work. Always nice to hear Sha Nice's tunes. Look forward to getting more in the future. And I do really like the sort of the music that's influenced by the old atmospheric stuff. So always on the lookout for that. So thank you very, very much. On to Subton Audio. Subton here. Is Subton in the chat today? Those first two notes. Oh yeah, I think this is an improvement of one that we had last week. I mean, the opening notes here just sound so much like Horizons by LCJ Bookham. You're going to run into trouble with that. So and those boom boom booms, the diddle-doo-doo, that's like another good looking. I did really like this though, but I just felt like I could never release this on my label because I'd just get in trouble for it being too derivative of various good looking records releases from back in the day. I'd get rid of that record crackling sound, it's just a distraction. Needs more tops on the drums. Break should be higher in the mix. This is all just my first opinions. Trying to just give feedback as I go. If that's what you want, I hope that's what you want. Not entirely sure Zircon DNB. If I don't get to it today, I'll get to it on the next stream because I try not to miss anything out. I work my way through the Discord's channel. I'm not going for too long today, so it's we'll see. Where are we now? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 today. Probably wouldn't get to it today, but you never know. If there's a bunch I skip through because they're not drum and bass or there's not a lot to talk about them. I like that extra pad there. I don't remember that being in there on the first version that we listened to. Connor Davis, thank you for the follow. And Zircon DNB, thank you. Yeah, stick your tune in there, and if I don't get to it today, we'll listen to it on the next one. I don't skip any, unless the first few seconds are like terms of service breaking mentalness, which luckily we haven't had yet. Those chords don't quite work for me. Main comments, I think, on this one. I don't want to dwell on this too much because we listened to it quite a lot last time. I skipped one of yours. What, today? Amazing. I think it's probably because you posted too many and you're only supposed to post 2 and I'm only supposed to listen to 2 of any one person's music in a stream so that they don't take over. So that's why. But if you post it again or delete the post of the third one and post it later on, then I'll get through to it. But like playing more than 2 tunes from one person in a stream's not really fair to everyone, so that's why I'm not trying to skip anyone out of meanness or anything. Tristan is okay. Thank you very much for the 6 months. Thank you, Tristan. You're okay. Tristan's okay. Good to hear it, Tristan. Thank you very, 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 very much for the sub. Thank you. Where's my one that says thank you? I've got one that says thank you. Why is it not? Has it gone? That one's ta-da. That one's hooray. That's a horse. That's not the right one. Did I get rid of it? Is it somewhere else? Is it there? No? We'll have to sort that out. We'll just give you a hooray! Thank you, Tristan. Hooray! So, yeah, this is Subton Audio's demo. I like it. It's really nice vibe. I worry that it is too similar to some very big atmospheric tunes, like, from Bookham, Logical Progression era and all of that. But it's still very nice. The drums need EQing with a bit more tops at the very least. I think the fake vinyl crackle thing is cool for maybe the first sort of 8 bars, but I would get rid of that quickly. What's the horse for? It's just because I can't remember who it was, but like I don't know. Sometimes I'm a bit like grinded down by like the grind and just sort of life in general and like working, and I think it was Gav's fault. And sort of in the 10 minutes loading in, when I start the stream, there's 10 minutes where I'm not here. It's just showing a video saying stream starting soon, and like that's when I go and make some coffee and whatever. But the mic's open and live because I might be sitting here doing the promotional tweet and everything, and doing the jobs to let people know I'm live and all that. So I've got the mic open and I'm occasionally like going hello to the chat and everything. But also, you can hear me, and like there's been a few times that I'm sat here and I'm like and I think it was Gav was like, oh, what's up with the horse noises? And I was like, it's not a horse, it was just me doing a sigh. So now I've just put a sound trigger for an actual horse making a horse sound for the memes, I suppose. That's all. It's not important. It's just to try to amuse myself and others. Thistle says, from what you heard, this could really be uplifted by layered breaks, shakers, hats, and a main kick and a clap snare. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's an old schooly kind of tune, so I think he's just trying to stick with an old school break. It's a kind of tune that could sound absolutely gorgeous if you really worked on it. And yeah, if you change the drums for like that modern nice clap snare, the modern simple liquid version of that break kind of thing that's all been reinforced with a nice kick and a nicer snare and like nice high fidelity claps and shakers and everything, that would sound beautiful. The lead line is really nice, the chords are nice, like everything's there. It sounds a bit dry to me, like the drum sounds a little bit basic and needs a bit more, like at the very least needs to be tightened up with sort of boosting the tops a bit, and I think the chopping of it is slightly off on the timing, but it's worth persevering with because it's really, really nice chords, really nice lead line. But however nice you make it, somebody somewhere will make the comparison with the songs which it's clearly influenced by. So you're always going to have that issue, and I think like regarding signing it as well, you'd run into issues with that maybe. But it's really, really nice. I do really like this. Those little organs are lovely. I love that plunky sound. The vinyl crackle just gets in the way here. I wouldn't have that. And those strings just sound a bit too preset-y. And I'd probably the chords are not... You've got like it starts off epic and then sort of seems a bit aimless. I mean, I'm not listening to all the way through there, but it's sort of the chord progression sounds a bit aimless to me, maybe. So I'd look at that. If you're going sort of orchestral, you got to make sure it's damn right. Otherwise, it sounds a bit more just like string samples. So maybe go more with pads and things that aren't trying to sound real. But yeah, you can do what you want. But I like that a lot. And it's worthy of more work. At least, you know, on the drums, like as Thistle said, I think that was bang on. The vinyl scratchy sound I would cut out for the most part, apart from maybe just at the first beginning of the track. I feel like it detracts, but a lot of really nice elements there. So big up to the Subton audio. There's another one here. Tweak the mix down again as the bass was a little distorted. Okay, we'll just give this a quick listen, but I've already given feedback on this in last week, so I don't want to oh, is this the same one? Oh, it's the same one. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. I thought he'd posted two. This is Mighty DNB. I don't know if Mighty DNB's in the chat. Will made a little bootleg remix of Rihanna's Lift Me Up. Yeah, I can't play that because it's Rihanna. But I hope it's nice. I'll listen to it off stream, but I can't play Rihanna music on Twitch. So I need to make that a bit more clear that like bootlegs with big samples of massive stuff is not somebody as like mainstream as Rihanna will get me slapped down big time. Phase Control says SoundCloud won't take down your bootlegs. I even have a bootleg of an Eric Prydz track and it's up and running for a year. He's done one of Breathe. I want to give this a quick listen. That's alright, it's not too bad. That's Phase Control. Yeah, because there was never, I don't think there was ever a proper drum and bass remix of that. It was always Halftime, wasn't it? The Eric Prydz Rob Swire one, which is beautiful tune. It was one of those ones that made me very jealous when I first heard it. Yeah, sorry Mighty DNB, but I'm not listening to your Rihanna bootleg live on Twitch for obvious reasons. Gav Champ did post a bootleg of a DJ Fresh track, but he removed it. Yeah, that's a good shout. Although I do know Fresh, but I like if you know, it is more like the labels just have systems set up. So if it got blocked or I got in trouble, there's not a lot I could do really. Gav, okay, what have we got here? This is HK47. It's older, but you've still got the original files. Okay, so you could go back on this one. Boz has posted a tune. Oh, good. All right, let's listen to that. So this is 2 years old. This has been posted by Gav. Always like Gav's tunes. Always good fun. Bit of an FM bass thingy there. Sounds nice and bright, like overall balance sounds decent. The overall mix is cool, like it sounds sparkly enough and everything. The general vibe I get is just like sort of preset-y, sort of noodling, like the choice of the notes, like bonk, 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 bonk. Like you need to listen to this next. This all depends on like where you want to go with what you're doing and what your aspirations are for the track and everything. But listen to this next to stuff that's released on labels and compare it and see how they differ and see what's going on. You've got drums and bass and a bass line and stuff, but it's kind of it doesn't feel like there's a direction to it, and the bass is just like bang, 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 and like it's all drums are all right. very wishy. The bass or something is a lot of too much reverb on the low mids. I like these breakdown sounds. That's nice. I like your vibe. It's sort of, you know, cosmic weirdness. Like I get it. Yeah, like sort of cosmic magic cookie weirdness stuff. Again, the synth line, like, you're like, would Metric have a Zircon, is there a way to skip the line? No, not really. I'm trying to be fair to everybody. Zircon. Yeah, I mean, £1,000 donation would get me to skip the line for sure, but like, that's not what I'm doing here. Like, I'm trying to be democratic and just go through this and give everyone a fair crack at a whip and my attention, like, as a sort of thank you for watching my channel and subscribing and things like that. So again, they're like the synth line, you know, all the sounds are nice and everything, but kind of the melody and everything, it just feels a bit directionless and sort of noodly, you know, and like the synth line, you just ask yourself, if you were listening to a Pendulum or a Metric track or Dimension or something, would he do that? Would it sound like that? You know, if you were standing in Printworks and this was playing, would it fit or would it not fit? And just A-Bing things and comparing with stuff that you like is a big way to improve. And when the overall vibe of something is sort of the issue, that's what I would encourage, kind of comparing with other tunes that you like and that you listen to. And if you struggle with that, maybe just try to like sit down and try to copy your favourite drum and bass tune, not to try and release it, but as practice. And you learn more about how successful tunes are made, and because it's hard, it's very fucking hard, but that's a really good way to learn very quickly. The overall balance of sound on this stuff sounds good. Like, you know, bass is there, the tops is there. It's not all muffled. You know, it's not all lacking tops or too bassy or. You know, then there's the reverb's all sounding nice, but I think there's a bit too much reverb, especially on low end things. Drums are like a decent break there. They're a bit swamped by all of this stuff. Those chords to me sound like the ones from Moby Go, or derivative of, not the same. There isn't really a sub bass there. The nearest thing you've got is the boom, 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 and that sort of MIDI FME bonk, bonk, bonk is a nice sound and everything, but I just don't think it lives here. And the boop, 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 like all nice sounds, but a bit presetty. And that high note there, like, it's cool. Like in the you know, in the framing of it being an interesting, weird, like, cosmic landscape and, you know, Rick and Morty drum and bassy type stuff. This is kind of cool. Like, that's the vibe I get from this. But if the idea is something that could be played in a club and fit more into a traditional released drum and bass mold, there's a lot that doesn't fit right, if you know what I mean. But, you know, you've put a perfectly all right tune together here, and the mix down's okay, so you just sort of, if this is the direction you want to go in, then keep doing it. It sounds cool. But if you want to get stuff released on a traditional label or played in clubs and stuff, there's a lot of things to change there, which for me would be choice of sounds, arrangement, general sort of direction, not as much reverb, certainly on the crucial things like stuff in the low end, drums should stick out more and not be swamped by all the other stuff going on. And like choice of melodies, not I don't know, like noodly is sort of how I feel. Some of it like sort of neat, bit more direction with things. Sounds nice though, it's cool, and like your vibe is, you know, future hovercraft racing with a name like that. It sounds like that, so that's cool. It fits the time period for Wipeout 2097, says Amazing. Yep, cool. So yeah, hopefully my feedback there is sort of helpful. Like, your stuff's cool, I like it, and I like the vibe of cosmic AI weirdness. It depends on what your mission is with your music, really. What kind of feedback you would want from me, really, but hopefully that was helpful. Big up to the Gav, big up to the HK47 and the future hovercraft racing. You don't have a mission. That's cool. It's good. The mission is no mission. Just floating around in the wilderness. Doing your thing is completely fine by us. Keep doing your thing. It sounds nice. Sounds happy, and a nice floaty mission in the drum and bass ecosystem. So big up, Gav. And we're on to Mamazing's tune here under his Hansen Varass name. Thanks, Gav, for chucking the tune in. I hope I was helpful. I you know, try and be constructive and understanding. Nice chords here. So this is Mamazing's tune. Mamazing's in the chat right now. Says he's not fully happy with the bass in this one. Really nice chords. Nice. Mix is sounding nice so far. Oh, I like the edit there. Hey there, Lucifer. I'm liking this so far. This just needs a nice boom, 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 boom for the bass. That's what I would do. Bit of an amen, maybe. If I was doing the bass without hearing what happens next, it'd be like boom, 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 boom. I feel like they dropped out too early almost there, but I know you've got to do that when it's the drop, kind of. Thanks for the follow, Polarity Shifter. Thank you. Needs more meat. It's got a fish. Don't really know what to suggest on this one. I love the pads in the intro. I love the way you introduce the breaks in the intro. I feel like when it drops, it loses the potential, really. The bass is a bit high in the mix. It all goes a bit too dry. The drum pattern and break could do with beefing up a bit. And the pattern just is a bit stop-starty, sort of. I think it would suit like chopping in with a bit of an amen chopping in, or the samurai heavy sort of samurai one. But keep the main break that you've got there as the main break. But there's something that about how it's chopped or something that kind of loses the forward motion a bit for me. Oh, hey, there you go. There's the amen. Literally here, yeah. Ah, and you've got it, yeah. Oh, good, the pads come back. He's like, play it. The amen comes. Those pads are great. Mixdown is alright. I feel like the bass is a little bit too... The sub is like maybe about 1 dB too high, maybe. And if you could add some sort of harmonics to be a bit higher, sort of some fuzz or something. Bit more reverb on the pads, maybe. Sorry, I'm yawning. That means I like it. From now, it definitely means I like it if I yawn. Yeah, I think the bass is just a little bit too loud, but it's the right choice of bass sound, in my opinion. Maybe give it a slightly longer release as well. Oh, I'd like more caffeine. That would be my 4th coffee, though. Yawn ups. It's the sign of respect. That bit where the break changes there loses it a little bit. You lose the momentum. The yawn of approval, that's the one, yeah. Kilowatt, hello, thanks for the follow. I need a yawn emote. Oh no. Yeah, good work, Amazing. I like this. It's one of your best works. Yeah, I think my key thoughts on this one. I love that pad. It's beautiful. Maybe a bit more reverb on that would be good. I think the bass sound you've got is a perfect choice. I'd maybe add a bit of release to it so it's not as abrupt ending on each note. I think the bass is a little bit too loud, so I'd maybe bring it back down like 1 dB, maybe 2, I don't know, just see. Yeah, needs some kind of glue vibes, definitely needs a bit of glue. I like when the amen comes in, the amen that you used fits perfectly. There's a couple of moments when it drops, I feel like it loses the momentum a bit somehow. The gluey stuff might help with that. You need more new speakers. Okay, yes. If you when the bank manager's in the room, let me know and I'll ham it up and tell them you need to get some new speakers. The mix overall sounds all right though. Nothing glaringly obviously out of whack. Little edits are all cool. I love how you introduced the break in the intro. The intro was sounding like brilliant. If it was me, I would play a completely different bass line. I'd use that same sound. I'd add on top of it, or attempt to, that sort of break kind of hissy, distortion-y something on top to give it more character and also help like play cut through on non-amazing speakers and that. I would go for more of like a bass line that I was sort of humming at the beginning, like sort of more of a referencing like older Dillinger, like a sort of boom 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 boom. It's really hard to sort of play the right notes. You have to sort of program yourself to go in this, like it's against the sort of mathematical musical brain way of playing notes. You sort of have to sort of I kind of like feel like dumbing yourself down or something, even though it's not dumb at all. But I try to like unprogram myself from sort of musical correctness in making kind of jungle bass lines, because you just come out sounding like that's what makes all the difference between like wicked kind of jungle and not. And it's a flipping mystical science, but it's not so much the quantizing, it's like the choice of the notes and the overall pattern that the bass is playing, and you just have to sort of vibe with it somehow. Like when I worked with Digital on some stuff, it was great because he was brilliant at that, having that sort of that attitude of the like dubby bass line, just sort of like rolling with it and doing it. And for me, I'm so much more like methodical and exact with sort of what I'm doing when I'm writing music. It's hot. You have to like try and chuck that out of the window and do it. It's really hard. But you just have to sort of, it's one of those ones where you like go away and come back and like have another bash and just go boom 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 boom, and you know, if you're lucky it works. It's not the sort of thing you can force, I know that from experience. Right, I'm going to take a quick break now, stretch my legs, gonna make I'd like a coffee but it'll make me mad. I'll top up my drink, go to the bathroom, and I'm going to quickly go and put my laundry in the dryer. So I'll be like about 3.5-4 minutes, and then we will continue with this. So I'm going to hit an ad, hit the be right back, and I'll be back in like 3.5 minutes. See you soon.
Hold your fire, 'cause it's a wipe. I gotta get that gas and a laser high. Hold your fire, 'cause it's a wipe. I'm gonna play Escape from Tarkov every night. I say the ammo, please. I don't want to die. I need to.
When a friend is to love, you know the rules and it's all to one. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this far with any other guy.
Hold tight to Tarkov massive. Saluta. Big up the lighthouse crew. Each and every time bringing up the Tarkov massive inside the place. Yes, yes.
Stepping into Tarkov is the MC like keeper. Murking all the traders just like the Grim Reaper. Lyrics up you up so much you need a Saliwa. Don't know who I am, or you should go ask Nikia. Selling all electricals, extremely top tier. Military technicals, nobody is cheaper. When you need computer parts, you come to see me. Keeping all your money, now the wife is getting me. Stepping into Tarkov is the MC like keeper. Shouting hold your fire just like the John Deere. Checking me at Lighthouse, I'm the #1 dealer. Insurance too expensive, now you gotta give here. Living on a lighthouse in an island on the sea. Sell my secret lab straight, gonna get a Harmonila. If you're not a scout, then you are PMC. Big up all of the team in the BSG. I got a fever, for the lucky man. I got a fever, for the lucky man. I got a fever, for the lucky man. I got a fever, I got a fever, I got a fever. Stepping into Tarkov is the MC like keeper. Complain about inertia, then you must be live streamer. Scaring off the traders and deactivate the fleet. Big up all the scab crew, temporary gum kick a break. MC like keeper, lyrics coming in your ear. Running out of fuel, you better get an idea. Lighthouse looking hot, you're gonna get your on a fever. Reading all the patch notes, it's my favorite time of year. I got a fever, I got a fever.
Hold tight to Tarkov massive. Saluta.
I got a fever, I got a fever.
Big up the lighthouse crew. Each and every time we get up the Tarkov massive inside the place. Yes, yes. Absolutely wicked.
Sorry. Yes, I'm filming this in 2.4K today, 60 frames a second.
Oh my gosh. Who wants the rewind?
Ich mag gerne deutsche Mädchen.
Did he damage the bootleg room?
Morgen. Was ist das hier Schönes?
Dashcam fails. Bye bye.
Airport Ninja breakfast.
We're shortly becoming to the cabin to take your order for Amazon items.
What's up, Dad? Alright. Oh, I can hear the 9 mixing in. Do you like the 9, Dad?
Absolutely.
Who made the 9?
Yeah.
Who made the 9?
Bad company.
Hey!
Patch 12.12 activated.
Welcome to the Lighthouse Electro Party. Lots of good loot here for everybody. Big flashing light keeps you out of danger. Lighthouse talk of electro favor. Having lots of fun, gonna bring my sniper. For Lighthouse boss is gonna make a devil cry out. Right in the bushes are a party mouse. Everybody dance in the talk of a lighthouse. You're supposed to the highway. Sing it with me. It's a lighthouse party, everybody dance in a lighthouse party. You're supposed to have a day, sing it with me. It's a lighthouse party, everybody dance in a lighthouse party. Boy, look at my silhouette, no radar here, just deadly accurate. Excited to explore the new map in the white. Loading into lighthouse every day and every night. Lighthouse electro party time. If you forgot your meds, you can have some of mine. Pop an SJ6, run along the coastline. I take my 60 around the street and 995. You're supposed to go highway. Sing it with me. It's a lighthouse party. Everybody dance in a lighthouse party. You're supposed to go highway. Sing it with me. It's a lighthouse party. Everybody dance in a lighthouse party.
Come back, come back, come back.
Patch 12.12 activated.
Maybe one day I will retire to my lighthouse lodge with a nice log fire. Drink some tea from my many teapots.
Back in the area. Hello. Okay, sorry about that. I had to go to the bathroom and make a cup of tea, and I had to put my laundry in the dryer, but that's all done. Also, a quick chat to Magda. She's only got 2 weeks left working now at her job, and somehow she's been locked out of her laptop, and she's doing loads of work at the moment trying to help support everyone, get all the ducks in order for when she finally leaves there, and IT can't help her, and she can't access her laptop because it's been sort of remotely locked by the IT people, which is crazy. She wants to go for a walk later, so that will add to my not streaming too late today. Reese needs a tea as well. Thanks for... Were you here? I played your mate's tune earlier. I loved your podcast. It's a cycle talk with a TOQ. I need to get a torque wrench, by the way. Can you recommend me a good small cycle torque wrench? Amazing 360 says, after what, 3 years of streaming now, we still haven't had a full John B tune set. Yeah, we haven't, have we? We could, yeah, I could, like, yeah, it would be good, and that would, like, if I was playing completely all my own music, I could do a DJ set on Twitch, kind of, but, like, I don't really, it's not really what I want to be doing or should really be doing, so, but, it would be nice to do an all completely my own songs, not just stuff on the label, you know. But I don't know. We might be able to do, certainly when I've got my new album done and all that, I'll be doing an album reveal DJ set thing. Although you'll be so fed up of all the tunes by then. Oh, that's weird. I've just got the John B. Crabbot thing saying I'm gone live. Has the stream dropped and restarted while I went? I don't think it did. I might have to lock my door because it's banging now because I opened the window. Hold up a sec. Hopefully I don't have a heart attack and die on stream while we're doing this now, because Magda won't be able to get in because I've lock the door because it's getting a bit hot in here. So quick catch up with the chat. Talk to me, says Boz. It was your wife's. Yeah, you'll be able to watch it back on the thingy. I mean, it was a released song anyway, Reese. So you know, there's not much point in me doing any feedback, because it's what these are meant to be is playing unreleased demos and offering feedback to help people finish their tunes to get them over the line or signed or whatever. But sounded cool. His tune sounded good. So big up. I skipped through it. It's perfectly competent drum and bass, wasn't it? I'm good at music even when the door is banging. I don't know about that. I'll do my best. That's all I can do, right? Yeah, she'll have to $1 million man it through the glass. Except I think it's like laminated, sort of, not really security glass, but, you know, sort of, yeah. She has got the key for this, but she'd have to go and find it and all that. He's not been doing it long. Oh, well, it was very nice. Sounded very... Tell him I thought it was good. Very competent. I'd like to hear more. Big up. Good luck and all that jazz. Here's another Subton one. I think we've listened to... Did we only listen to one of yours? Oh, we only listened to one. Okay, so we got another one. Jazz. Nice. Oh, but it's an update of one that we listened to last week. Okay, cool. So it's, I think in future, right? Here's a good thing. I'll have to make a little notes for this, like notes for our demos, future demos streams. When you resubmit something I've previously listened to and given you feedback on, when you resubmit it, it would be good if, like in the text, you say, here's the one you listened to last week. You recommended that I do this, and this, or whatever. I have changed here's some changes I've made, like, so I can listen out for them, because otherwise I'll sort of be listening again and possibly giving you the same feedback, or, you know, I won't necessarily be listening to see if I feel like the bass is now not too loud or something like that. So we'll have a quick listen. Did you say what you did to this one? No. Add some jazzy bits and add drums. Okay. No Way Out, GG. Oh, sorry, the bot timed you out for swearing? I didn't see any swears. I haven't heard of Sha Nice, consciously. So I'll have to check her stuff. Does she produce, or are you just talking about is it only DJ sets? Thank you for the follow, Niru, by the way, and a kilowatt. Saxophone sounds a bit not in the right key, and that sounds a bit weird. Drums sound a bit too dry, a bit preset-y. Yeah, sounds like a sort of a bird or a cat or something, the sax. A dying goose, says Gav. Oh, man. Yeah, it doesn't really sound like the right choice of sample. That guitar sounds very nice, but it's too loud compared to everything else. That's a nice sax. That's a lovely sax. There you go. That's great. Not the bow. Yeah, it's a bit brutal calling it a dying goose, Gav. It's funny, and I think Subton would see the humour in that. But we're trying to keep it positive. The nice saxophone in it here is my favourite bit. So, quick basic feedback. Drums need a break in there or something. It still just sounds a bit too preset-y. Rhodes are nice, but I think the choice of chords is kind of off. Slightly lacks direction. Drums lacking a biting transient on the snare. It's not snappy enough, basically. Everything's a bit too dry. Needs a bit more reverb. Not the drums. They're a bit kind of too dry. Definitely more reverb on stuff. Rhodes chords, I would play different notes. I would ditch the funny saxophone where it goes brow and find a different saxophone sample. There's too many kick drums in your drum pattern, in my opinion. That saxophone I would get rid of and find a different sample. It's not a good way, and that is in the wrong key. I'd give it more reverb as well. This whole section of saxophone is kind of not quite in the right key to my ears. Hi-hat just sounds a bit preset-y as well there. And the chords are just sort of... Those are nice chords. That's a nice one. I like that guitar. I'd have that in more regularly elsewhere. No Way Out. Thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, so that was my Subton Audio who made this tunes. His wife said it was like someone stood on a rubber chicken. Listen to your wife. It's the first saxophone's a bit like out of place, and sometimes that sort of sound can be cool for saxophone business, but I think it's a bit out of whack there. The overall jazz club vibes are good. I think I remember last time saying this, I would add in jazz club ambience and applause, this sort of thing, but there's millions of jazz club ambience sample packs and that. Lean into that. Make the drums more realistic and breaksy. Change the drum pattern, too many kicks, I think. The saxophone that comes in halfway through is much nicer than the first half. I'd try to go for more stuff like that. I don't know where you got it, but maybe there's other samples that would fit. But there's lots of things you can do to that to make it nicer. It's got a good vibe, and there's lots of actionable things you can do. So go back and listen to what I said, and if you agree, give them a bash. If not, don't. It's cool by me. But I like that. It's nice. So yes, let us know how you get on with that. Thank you very much, Subton. Thank you. Hooray! There we go. Yeah, Kenny G. Oh, I'd love a Kenny G sample pack. That'd be brilliant. So we've got No Way Out. GG's jumped into the chat and subscribed, and is recommending I listen to an artist called Sha Nice. So I'll check that out. Are you friends with her or something like that? Maybe it says she's got the attention of London Electricity from Hospital. Okay, cool. All right, I hadn't heard of her or anything, so I have definitely got love for jazzy jams. That's when I first started doing drum and bass. That was very much my shtick, really. Something here from Asterlock says, how I approach synthwave, but in 174. Excellent. I'm looking forward to hearing this. I'm a big synthwave enjoyer. Ooh. That reminds me a bit of Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Sounding good?
It was the year 2023. John B. was sat in the same chair he'd not moved in for 15 hours, staring at his video screen, looking at the pixels moving, talking to himself into a microphone. It was a strange world, but somehow it felt just right. He'd made himself a nice cup of peppermint tea and was getting into the demo session on a Thursday afternoon. The laundry's good, it's feeling alright. I didn't watch the wrong things today. I separated out my colors from my black clothes. Yeah.
I'm ruining this song by not being able to sing right. This is wicked, I like this.
It's a Thursday, gotta do my laundry in the middle of my live stream. It was like a dream. I'm a ghost of black. I'm never looking back. Gotta use that fabric conditioner.
Oh yeah, this is wicked. I love it. Oh yeah, come on. Oh, this is lovely. Needs to let me do the vocal.
Oh yeah. In the dark of the night.
Oh wow, yeah. Oh, wicked edits. This is cool. This is brilliant. This is Interrupter. It is top tier. Are you here, Interrupter? Are you here in the chat? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's wicked. Let's listen to the beginning again. I'm going to send him a message. So... Can I send him a direct message? So good. Beautiful. Oh, it's Asterlock. It's you. Hey, I'll just send you a message. Love it. Sorry for singing over it. The chords are fucking spot on. Like I'm a big fan of synthwave, and you've ticked all the boxes. And the drums are proper weighty. Wicked, wicked. And the key change on the bass is spot on and works well. Like, it's hard to do synthwave at drum and bass tempo, but you've got it working. And the little edits is wicked. Let's listen to this on the speakers.
What? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Cowbells! Yeah, really, really, really like that, Asterlock. That's great. That's the first sort of really good, authentic sounding synthwave track that is at 174 BPM. Like I think I've ever heard. Like it's, I need to listen to sort of in my own time to work it out. But if with a few massagey changes to sort of arrangement and things, like I could easily play that in my sets. What DAW do you work in, Asterlock? Like if I was to get involved and help sort of tweak a few bits and bobs, it sort of depending on what DAW you used and if you would let me tamper with it, it would FL Studio, but you got Logic too. Okay, is it like, how busy's the project? Is it like loads and loads and loads and loads of shit going on, or you can bounce stems and again? Okay, cool. I sent you a DM just then, or I tried to. I think I did, so we can talk. How do I need to like bookmark this or something, so let's just save it. Yeah, like I really like that, and that's really cool. Like I don't know the drum and bass scene, like I can't really imagine anyone else apart from me playing it, but that's their fucking problem. But that's really nice. If sort of a few changes to arrangement to make it more easy DJable and to fit and everything, you could be onto a winner there. And like I don't know if sort of I could help you work on it and to move towards signing it for a release on beta or something, I'd be up for that. I don't know if you would, or what you're aiming for with things, but I really like that. I'd put some time into sort of helping it get over the line. because it sounds great as it is, you know what I mean, but like I sort of feel like I could do a few little tweaks maybe. So yeah, big up to the Asterlock, that gets a certified banger.
Certified banger.
Yeah.
Big tune. Hold tight, all the junglist inside the ride.
So where were we there? Lovely. Okay, another amazing one. Have we had 2 amazing tunes already today? There was the fish one. I don't think we have. Okay, cool. So this is Welcome to Love by Amazing. Just one. Okay, cool. Put my headphone calibration back on. Big up to Old Lady Raver in the chat as well. Zircon saying, do you think we're going to get to your track? Am I ending the stream soon? Your track comes in less than 10 tracks. I don't think, if yours is at the end, I don't know if we would, mate. I am going to jump to the end to listen to Boz's track, because Boz is a very good friend of mine. I know he's here, and I'd like to check that out. I'm going to break a rule for him. But I don't think we'll get all the way to the end today. But I won't skip anything, and I'll do another one of these next week to catch them more. So anyway, we're listening to Amazing here. This is Amazing. Welcome to Love by Hansen Varass. But if I don't get to your demo today, I will listen to it on the next one. That's why I do it. Oh, did I stop it by accident? I didn't. It's just a quiet bit. But yeah, I never skip anything, and that's why we do it through the Discord, so that I can work my way chronologically down. That's a very subby sub there you got, Amazing. Nice breaks. Kind of funny pitching on the drums. Oh, I like the digga-doo-doo on the drums there. That was cool. Nice, good, solid kick and snare. The sub is again just a little bit too loud. I like that edit-y there. I think the sub needs a little bit of like saturation-y higher end. Nice edit there, nice mentasm or whatever that. I'm not a huge fan of the dunk 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 dunk. Sounds interesting, but I'm just like, it's not my vibe. Ballisticus likes it. Nice swoosh. You overcompensated from the weak subs from the last week demo. Really good amen, really good breaks. Yeah, not a lot to say to all I can really add to this is, yeah, maybe the subs are just a bit too loud. And again, like your other one, add a sort of hissy upper part to the subs. Really good aim in there, good drum pattern, all fits nice. Edits come at the right time. Hello Mitesh, thanks for the follow Mitesh. Nice edit there, the do-do-do-do-do. I'd maybe do that edit more frequently. I've only noticed it a couple of times. Oh, nice edit there, bit of the reversey thing. The only thing I don't like this is the way you've got the pitching on the drums. It's like that sort of annoys me a bit, but that's maybe just a personal thing. I think the bass is a little bit too loud, so I'd turn it down. And I would, as with the sub in your other tune, it's hard to do, but I'd try to replicate that sort of the weird artifacts of sort of hissy compression-y stuff used to get on old analog desks, kind of like Break does it a lot, and sort of old Dillinger, to sort of add a bass dirt bus type thing to it, where you really super saturate and distort it, but roll off like all of the subs or something, just to add a bit of sort of vintagey analoginess to the bass, I guess. But the notes the bass is playing sort of fine by me. Like all sounds nice really. Not any major things jump out at me there where it sounds like it's in desperate need of change or anything. But the only thing that I don't like, but it's not like deal breaker not liking it, is just the ding 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 ding. I would just stick with one pitch. And I'd maybe look at doing something to add a bit more character to the sub, just don't alter the bassiness of the bass. That's spot on, although it's a little bit too loud, so just turn the bass down a tiny bit and have a bash at some sort of distortiness weird shit to create some harmonics on it. Maybe like it's just how to elevate it a bit, but that's good. Breaks mix down sounds nice to me. Breaks are all good, both the Amen and the stuff before, so good work there, Tim. Amazing. What time is it? Ballisticus, I've seen Ballisticus in the chat. Yeah, you're there, so see what we've got here. Oh, that sounds tight. All sounds good so far. Oh no, I'm yawning. That means it's good. I'm struggling with the time change, because I'm basically waking up an hour earlier than I would already. Yeah, nice intro. Dragging on a bit. We're at 45 seconds now. Nothing much has really happened, and you can't get away with that these days. Long intros are just not the done thing. Conflate's complaining to Ballisticus. He hasn't said that yet. Yeah, Mamazing. I think Mamazing could actually benefit from some new speakers. This is a good example of the bass Mamazing. So it's similar, just a sub, but there's kind of there's a little bit of buzzy warmth, valvey warmthness on the top. So however Ballisticus did this, just to warm up that pure sub, is enough. It's kind of good. Yeah, it's just nice, just sort of rolling. Yeah, just the sub fuzz. Got a bit of a wobble as well, which helps. Nice stepper. Erosion in Ableton. Bit of overdrive. Yep. What I tend to do to do that sort of thing is I'll create a separate bus for that bass sound, and sort of with a cranked load of or I usually just copy that bass sound to another track with an identical thing, roll off like 90% of the low end and everything, and then distort, overdrive, all that kind of stuff, and just sort of fade that up to a level where it sits right, the overdrivey stuff. There's bazillions of ways to do it, but yeah, it's basically sort of some form of overdrive distortion stuff to to give a pure sine wavy sub a bit of fuzziness. Yeah, this all sounds nice. It just sort of trundles along, mix is good. No, your stuff's wicked amazing. Like, and this is precisely sort of why we're doing this, to sort of make little suggestions to do the cherry on top to, you know, improve what you got in your stuff. And there's different ways of doing things and different approaches and different opinions. So, yeah, I mean, this is cool. I don't. It's not really my kind of vibe. I'm not a fan of the wah 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 thing. It's sort of, you know, sort of, it's one of those ones where you sort of ask yourself, would Ed Rush and Optical play this? Would this sit side by side fairly alongside tracks I like, kind of thing? And I think the choice of sound and riff there doesn't. I would change that, but the break sounds good. The balance of sounds is all right. You got plenty of stuff going on. You got the nice sort of strings and all that. It just continues on a nice plateau, which is fine for just sort of, you know, warm-uppy, nice kind of chill sort of tune. Thanks for the follow, iSpirit208. Thank you very much. So yeah, like that. That's cool. So that's Ballisticus. I think there's 2 tracks here in the playlist. So okay. Breaks are nice. I-Minus. Thank you for the follow as well. We're all good, thanks Spirit. We're today I'm listening to demos, music made by people from the community. Everyone else is listening too. I'm doing my best to offer a bit of feedback when I can, help people improve their production, or just acting as a separate pair of ears. I expected it to drop there. Okay, bringing in the Reese, cool. Hey. I think there was a bit of interaction of the bass notes there. So, this is a nitpicking thing. So the first note, the distorted bang, I think that note continues on too long and it's still sounding when your low Renegade Reese bass note comes in. So that's a simple thing. I would cut off the bang one so it's not playing at the same time as the other one, because then they sort of it ends up sounding woolly. That's a simple correction. Oh, I love that. That's good. Nice. That's cool. Good. I hope that's good. I hope at 75% you consider that good. Big up Moisin. You've done well to keep like a simple break there, cutting through, sounding okay. a good Renegade, Reese, you got there. Yeah, sounds cool. Ice Spirit says, can you send one? Yeah, you can, absolutely. I don't think I'll get... I'm only going to play, like, maybe one more now today. But the way we do this is if you have to use a SoundCloud link, just makes it easier for me to listen to live on the stream. Post it in on our Discord. If you do !demos in the chat, it gives you a link to the Discord and everything. So yeah, submit your track in there, but we're not going to have time to do any more today, really, Ice Spirit 208. But I'll get to it next time, because I don't miss any out, unless if they're like super old or not drum and bass or a piss take or something, then I'll just sort of skip through them and move on. But I try to devote time and attention to all the demos, and be fair about it. I'm getting a bit frazzledy, headachy actually today. So yeah, that's the vibe really, just in the Discord. And I think, because I'll try doing another one next week on next Thursday, so that we get fully caught up on the Discord, so I get properly to the end, and then we can leave it a couple of weeks or 3 weeks until the next one. Because most of what I'm doing here on stream is music production of my own stuff, and when I do this, I'm not progressing on making my own stuff, so I gotta like balance things. So yeah, big thank you. That was Ballisticus there. 2 very competently put together tracks. Mixdowns are all sound nice. Not really, I don't really know what to suggest, sort of, if you want to improve them. Like, they do the job fine. They just sort of trundle along, nice, cool, sort of, you know, warm up kind of tracks. Everything sits all right. None of the sounds really jumped out at me as inappropriate or didn't work. All right, amazing. Sounds good. Get your head down, get working. That's a good mentality to have. Thanks again for sending your tunes in this week. They were really, really good, and your stuff's like improving at a massive rate. Like I can really see you putting the work in, and well done, mate. Big up. So a big thank you to Ballisticus. We're on the demos. Okay, so we're going to listen. I was only going to listen to one more, and I was going to listen to Boz's track. Nova Scotia Chris. Yeah, Evan agrees that Amazing's improving. He is indeed. It's good to see your stuff like obviously improving. So I was only going to listen to one more tune, which was going to be Boz's track, because he's a friend of mine and he's just jumped in the chat, and I haven't listened to anything of his in a long time, and I know he's working hard on his production. But I saw Ioma was in the chat and was like, "Oh, I'm next." So I'm going to listen to Loma, not Ioma. I'm saying your name wrong. So I'm going to listen to Loma's, so I don't disappoint Loma. And that'll be the last one we listen to from here, apart from the one after, which will be Boz's. I'm breaking a rule there by skipping a few, but I'll make sure we go back. I see there's another Gav Chap one and everything. So this we're going to listen to now is by Loma, who's here in the chat with us. The song's called Abstract. Nice photo, looking very serious there. Love the opening chords, really, really nice. Just going to stretch my legs. I'm still listening, got my headphones on. stretch. Yoga drum and bass. Do a yoga. It reminds me a little bit of Modal's kind of style. Nice ambient. Love the little micro edits on some of those breaks there. Really like the ambient chords and things. By the way, thanks for the follow, Nova Scotia Chris, D-Mush Dartle, and Binary 1010 Global. Not really doing dubstep, to be honest, D-Mush. So, and especially seeing as you've only just followed the channel, like if it was somebody that's been around a long time, I might listen to it, but I'm not really a dubstep aficionado, so I won't really be able to offer you much helpful feedback. Yeah, really, this is a nice mature sound, this. I'm a dubstep outsider, says Evan. Yeah. The bass has got that nice fuzz on it, which is what we were talking about earlier. I've never been able to really get that right myself, the sort of the fuzz. Really nice cinematic atmospherics. I love that little chopping of the samurai break in there. The only thing I'm not hugely into is the sort of slightly square wavy bass bit that comes in every now and then. Some of the snares could be a little bit louder. I think like most of the snares actually. The strings are sort of... Sounds like the strings and the pads have got a bit more tops, they're more prominent, but I mean I like that because that's the vibe of the track. But I think I would nudge some of the snares up a little bit, just a touch. It's that wow I'm not a huge fan of. I like that boo, that's cool. The bass is good because it's just like there, but it's not boring and repetitive. It's kind of you don't notice it. All you know is that it's doing the right thing. Kick. Someone said the kick. Sean says the kick's a little loud. You might be right there. Yeah, I hadn't noticed it, but now that you've mentioned it, I'm noticing it more. It's like when someone tells you all like wheat beers taste of bananas. You're like, no, they all taste, everything tastes of bananas now. Really nice hats and sort of variation in the volumes on them and all that. Hello there, Alpha Bot Global. Yeah. So that was Abstract by Loma. Yeah, really, really like that. Lovely, nice ambient pads, very mature. Only sound in there that I personally wasn't super into is the sort of square wavy bass, but it's not to the degree that it would be like a deal breaker. Suggestions, maybe turn the kick down a touch or tweak it a touch. Yeah, Evan Killjoy, who knows what he's talking about. Evan from Concord Dawn in the chat says kick down 1 dB, snares and breaks up 2 dB. That's what he'd do to start. Yeah, I think that's a very good suggestion. just little tweaks on the mix, really. But only little ones. Like everything, the bass sounded lovely and warm and at the right level and just nice, and the fuzziness you've got on the sub there is perfect. Really, really, really nicely put together tune there. Very, very well done. So big up to the Loma. We'll give you a certified banger for that.
Right. Hold tight, all the junglists inside the ride.
Right, so we're skipping a few here just to get to the last one of the stream. I want to listen to... are you still here, Boz? He probably isn't. He's probably off doing something. Are you still there, Boz? Are you still there, Boz, in the chat? Mike, are you in the place? He is. Good. Okay, cool. So sorry for breaking protocol here. We're skipping a few, but we'll go to these next stream. I'm going to end the stream after this one, but you know, we get another like 20 minutes or whatever. Certified banger is a Paul Hollywood handshake. So Boz is a good friend of mine. So now I'm going to listen to his tune and talk shit about it. I'm not. Mike knows what's up. Works very hard on his music. Puts a lot of time and thought into stuff. Some of you guys might have also watched him streaming on Twitch. We'll just listen to one here, Mike. Oi! Oh, nice and loud. You got your luft started there. Very nice and loud. Interesting snare, like the drums are very prominent, but they kind of don't sound too loud. The bass is lovely and warm and sits good, and the kick is not swamped by it. I guess you've got your side chaining going. I'm not a huge fan of the snare. And I can hear a sort of thwack thing going on with the snare, so there isn't like a clear, defined transient at the start of it. Sounds a bit more like sort of a bongo to me. Breakdown is so much quieter. I mean, you just look at the wave there. Breakdown is so much quieter than everything else. It's just sort of gone down to nothing. No rises or anything there. I'd add some rises and white noisy things. Certified bongo. Yeah, I think the overall balance is really good. It sounds very clear and professional, but the snare is the main problem for me here. I can hear it like, if you slowed it down, you'd see like almost like it's like a flamming effect, like two transients. Those choirs are really nice. They came in at the right time too as well. The very high one's a bit funny though. The wobble on the bass is nice. Yeah, more reverb on the vocal, definitely. Bathe that fucker. That's good. Hey. Again, the volume drops drastically when you hit the breakdown. Like, this is all like way quieter. Like, if you played this in the club, it would sound almost too quiet. That was too loud. I like the bongo there. I think it's too late in the tune to like introduce that. Yeah, that the Reese isn't really. Nice kind of Reese sound there, but like the notes it's playing, it's like there's a similarity with other stuff. Like direction of the bass notes on that new Reese just sounds a bit like aimless. I get a lot of this is kind of atonal, which is cool, but vocals nice. Like, you've got all the right kind of elements in here, and the overall mix down is nice. It's bright but not too bright. The sub is lovely, and the relationship between the kick and the sub is fine. Real Tech Licks, thank you for the follow. Diligent Fingers, thank you for the gifted sub. Yeah, Mike, I think that my main issue with this is the snare. I think that's the thing that deserves the most attention, that would make a big change. I think mix-wise, you can just see from the waves here, it goes incredibly quieter in the breakdowns, which it just shouldn't. I think you should look into adding more swooshes and booms, which everyone always hears me going on about. Like, if you're having a breakdown like that is going quiet, like, the breakdown shouldn't be as quiet as that anyway, but that's an easy thing to fix. I would have some kind of riser or something to build you into when the drums come back in, just to build the anticipation. Just make risers. I've started just always putting in like a sine wave and tuning it up. So what are swooshes and booms? They say things that sound like swooshes and booms, things that go, you know, risers and downlifters, that shit basically. So, you know, stuff that goes, or and, you know, coupled with a pitched sine wave going whoop, but just at the right level so it's not too loud and mad. But, you know, that's all the sort of cherry on top stuff that makes things sound nice and sweet. Thank you again to Diligent Fingers for the gifted sub. Went to Adam Bock, a worthy recipient. Thank you very, very much, Diligent Fingers. Please, everyone, give Diligent Fingers a follow if you're not already. He's always on Twitch doing great stuff. Big drum and bass crew. So yeah, I like that, Boz. Like a nice, spacey, relaxed vibe. Not sure about the arrangement. With the sort of, it's like, if you're sort of being brutal, like there's that Reese that it's like a sort of half-hearted attempt to bring in a Reese in that second drop, but it's not quite loud enough, and it's not quite Reese-y enough to be like very Reese-y. So I would like lean into that, have a more kind of aggressive Reese maybe, and more change the notes it's playing. I feel like after the second breakdown, the bass just feels like it's lost its way and is just sort of, it's doing bassy things, but it's like not the right notes, or it's hard to put my finger on it, but like feels a bit aimless and like bumbling along rather than like being more sort of direct intent. I would definitely, the snare is the number one thing to take a look at. If I was prioritizing changes to making this, I'd be like, sort out the snare, basically experiment with completely different ones or something. I don't think that really suits it. I can see what you've done, like there's, you know, something's very saturated and all of that, and it's flipping so difficult to get the right snare in drum and bass. It's, you know, if you find a good one, it's like if you find a good woman, stick with her for life. Do that if you find the right snare. So yeah, I would say have a look at the snare. Definitely make the breakdown, or, you know, generally louder. Look at adding some risers and swooshes and booms and like downliftery, just crash type things periodically. That helps just create a feeling of, you know, every 8 bars or 16 bars something's happening and something's changing. And then I'd look at the Reese that you introduce in that second breakdown. Maybe just change the notes the bass is playing there or something. That might be enough. Certainly turn it up a bit in the breakdown. It's sort of, it feels like here's my Reese, but like I'm not sure about it, so it's not quite loud enough. Like it sort of needs to be more of a confident Reese, if in my opinion. That's sort of that's what I'm sort of thinking about that one. But yeah, those are my sort of off the top of my head thoughts on it. But like your production has improved massively, especially the overall bass there is just, it's right there, it's right nice, right notes, right register, real solid, nice little LFO wobbling you've got going on there. Don't change that nice sub sound you've got going. Maybe it felt like you needed more shakers and stuff. The drums was very like just steppy. Yeah, you've hardly got any like movement on the top, so like to sort of just because you've got those things which are cool, but they're like a accenty riser thing rather than stick a nice shaker in there. A nice shakery tambourine could help revolutionise it and just give it more rolling. But I know, I get that it's got like a nice relaxed vibe about it, and that would change the character. Really like those nice high choiry strings. I'd give them a lot more reverb maybe. Bing, my phone keeps going off. Yeah, cool. Thistle has some nice shakers. Ooh, yeah, Thistle does have some nice shakers. If you hit them up, might sort you out. Righty ho, what's rolling here? Get some of that going. Stick a bit of this on. Stick a bit of that. Oh god, my own voice sounds terrible. Right, who's rolling? I'm just having a look to see if there's anyone. Oh, there we go. I think we have a contender. Cool. Right, cool. I think I'm going to knock it on the head today. I need to stretch my legs. Magda wants to go for a walk, and she can't even work at the moment because her laptop's been locked by her genius employers. So, and I've got to do my flipping VAT return by tomorrow night. So that's going to be fun. So I'm going to be pulling a John B record label business afternoon. It's not even the afternoon anymore, it's the evening. Oh fuck. So that was really cool. Thank you very much everyone for sending your tunes in. I hope my feedback was constructive and positive and helpful. I think everything that we had was really good quality, as always. It always impresses me, and I hope the feedback I gave you has been helpful and nice and not upset anyone. Like I try to be nice and try to think of things I could suggest that could help you possibly improve the tunes. Some absolute gems in there, some stuff I'd be very happy playing. So please keep them coming. I know we skipped a few at the end there, but my mate was in the chat and I haven't chatted to him about his music in a while. So next time we do one, I'll continue where we left off. I think we'll do another one next week. We'll do another one on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. I will next be streaming on Twitch. What day is it today? Thursday. So I'm going to be doing a DJ set on Friday night, but that'll be on YouTube. And I'll be back on Twitch in the studio probably on Tuesday, 2 p.m. on Tuesday, so that's when you'll see me next time. Thank you everyone for hanging out. Thanks for the love on the subs and the mods. Good luck with all the stuff you're doing over the weekend, everyone. Thank you once again, and thank you again to everyone that submitted their tunes. I hope you found it helpful. Really appreciate it. Big up each and every time. See you on Tuesday, 2 p.m. Bye-bye.